So one thing that I remember the most about my childhood is that I was a weakling. I got injured and sick a lot. My digestive system is a little bit sensitive. If I eat food with too much spice, I'll get, at best, tummy ache, at worst, diarrhea, and sometimes sore throat, which followed by cold and fever. Yeah, it looks like kinda easy for me to get sick. I also got chicken pox, even though I was vaccinated. But I didn't suffer tremendously thanks to the vaccine. So vaccination is very important, people. During the time I had chicken pox, my mom told me not to scratch the blisters because it would leave a scar on my skin. I didn't want that, so I tried my best to ignore the itchiness. But I guess I couldn't hold it anymore and likely scratched one spot on my face. That's when I learned that my mom is always right because now I have a permanent brown spot right under my left eye. Funnily enough, back then, I loved being ill because I got to skip school and stay in the bed all day. Whenever I felt like the class got boring, I silently prayed to the heaven, "Please, give me fever or stomach pain right now so I can go home." But strangely, I never got sick when I wanted it. It was always when I least expected it. Thankfully, when I became an adult, I stopped being sick that often. Yay! Unlike the present time, I was quite an active kid. Well, I tried my best to be active with my friends. But more often than not, the earth beneath my feet didn't have a good day and performed "One punch!" on me. Either that or my body had very poor coordination skill because I fell down quite a lot. Luckily, my face rarely, if ever, came into contact with the ground. Unluckily for my legs, my knees to be exact, yeah, they took the brunt all the time. I still have the marks on my knees to this day. My poor knees. My clumsiness was so well known to the point that my friends hesitated to include me in any physical activity. Whenever we have a game of soccer during PE, my friends always placed me as
Jenny, your position is the back defender. It's a very important position in soccer. Just trust me, okay? Your task is to stay here. No need to move or go anywhere else. Don't even bother taking a step, okay? Right? It's simple, right? This is for your own good, okay? I promise.
And there is one injury that always stays on the back of my head. Literally. Can I leave? Because I can't handle blood or that kind of stuff. Oh, you can stay. There won't be blood or bone involved, I promise. Oh, that's boring. You think so? We shall see. When I was 6 or 7, I had a gathering with my extended family in our grandma's house. One of my many cousins told me that our older cousin was doing facial mask. I became super excited and rushed over to see her doing it. Children, always getting excited over trivial things, aren't they? And apparently, I wasn't a bright kid at all. Because at that time, I clearly saw that the floor was being mopped. And yet, I still ran to my cousin's bedroom at top speed. You can guess what happened next.
What happened next?
See? I told you, no blood. The back of my head slammed to the floor so hard that I blacked out instantly. My consciousness came back like 3 seconds later. The first thing I felt was the painful drop in my head. Everything around me was swirling and I felt like floating in the void. My vision was blurry, but I could see the adults were panicking above me. My mom and the others wanted to bring me to the hospital immediately, but before that I puked on my clothes, so the hospital visit was delayed because I had to clean up. The funny thing is, for some reason, I was so oblivious to what just happened. Hospital? Why? I thought we are going to the shopping mall. Well, maybe because I was just a kid who just suffered a head trauma and all, you know. At the hospital, I had to get x-ray, and that was a funny experience as well.
Okay, Jenny, so stay still and this will be over soon. Don't move your head like that. Okay, let's do this again. Hey, I told you not to move. I told you not to move. Please stay still. Oh, not again. Don't move, ma'am. Please, sis. Ma'am, I haven't finished the x-ray yet, but it's safe to say that your child's brain is dead.
The x-ray showed that my skull was okay and the doctor said I just had concussion. Concussion? Concussion? Whatever. Thank goodness. But yeah, I stopped running too much ever since that day. Special thanks for TheAMaazing for lending his voice for my insignificant video. This is what happens if I try to speak English with no script. Also, I'll be at VidCon Australia later September. So if you see me there and if you know me, I probably should show my face. I don't know. I'll see you there maybe.